Everyone, welcome back to the next video. In today's video I will show you how to do audio classification using MediaPipe in React Native's new architecture. Now this video will be only for Android, React Native Android, because at the time of this recording it is not supported for iOS. So also at the time of this recording the React Native folks has removed the new architecture docs from React Native and they have moved it to GitHub. So maybe at the time of you watching this video it might be again on the documentation section, but if not, you can follow this GitHub link. So this is for Fabric modules and this is for Turbo modules. We will be using both. First of all, I will show you guys the output. So here is the output. Now I have two buttons. First button is called pick audio, which will pick the audio from your Photos app, from your file explorer. So if I click on pick audio, I will select one of the audio and it will analyze that audio, as well as it shows this linear progress bar on how long is the audio, and once it has detected something it displays this inside a text view. So here you can see it has detected white noise. Again I will click on pick audio, I will pick some other audio, and here you can see it is saying that it is a static audio. Next I'll click on record audio permission, record audio button, and it will ask you for permission. I'll give the permission, and as soon as you start picking something, here you can see in the text I'm displaying what is like classifying the audio which has been recorded. So yeah, that's what we will be doing in this video. So first you will have to go to the documentation, go to the overview section over here, and you will have to download this model. Once you download it, go to your React Native project, go to Android, app, src, main, assets, and here you can drag and drop your TF Lite model. Next I will be copying a lot of code from this to documentation, so keep it handy. First, RTN My Picker is a Turbo module and RTN My Audio is a Fabric module. First, create a folder called RTN My Picker, which will help us to pick the audio file from File Explorer, and once you get that file we will be sending it from native side to React Native side. And once we have that once we have that URL, we will pass it to RTN My Audio. And for recording recording audio, again that is also part of RTN My Picker. So first create a package.json file. Again I have copy pasted it everything from the docs, only this name changes, this changes, this changes, and this changes. Next create a podspec file. Again I have copied it from docs, only this name changes. Next I have created a JS folder, inside that I have created a TypeScript file. Again I have copied it from docs. I have added these two methods, pick audio and record audio, and I have changed this name. Next I have created an Android folder, inside that build.gradle file. Again I have copy pasted everything from docs, only I have updated this version, compile SDK to 34, added apply plugin Kotlin Android, as well as I have added Kotlin standard lib of 1.9.0. Then I have created an src main java com RTN My Picker folder. Then I have created My Picker package.kt, and here again I have copy pasted everything from the docs, only this name changes, this, and this changes. Next I have created My Picker module.kt. Now here I am using a hack. I am asking for internet permission. So what this will do is that I know internet permission should not be asked explicitly, that is by default given, but this will move the callback back to the main activity. And the reason why I am using this hack, because I want to use a method called register for activity result, which will help us to ask for permission, audio permission, as well as for picking audio from the file explorer. That API cannot be used from a Turbo module. So here that's why I'm asking for internet permission on both pick audio and record audio, and the way they are differentiated with the help of these variables. Next, as soon as the control goes to the main activity, so I'll show you that. So first, before that, inside build.gradle, make sure you're using Kotlin 1.9.0. Also in app build.gradle, you will have to use min SDK version of 24, and here you will have to add this MediaPipe dependency as well. Next go to src main java, and here firstly I have copy pasted this file from the documentation. So basically, like, I'll try to explain as much I can. So here it basically first creates an audio record. This is for moving all this audio thing on a background thread. Here we are calling classify audio asynchronously, and here as soon as this class is loaded, we are calling this init classifier, which will help us to create this base options builder as well as for audio streaming. And here we are creating object of audio classifier, and here we are starting audio classification, and if there is any error, I'm just throwing that error back. And for here I'm starting our audio classification. Depending on the length of the audio, we are just calculating that time. And here we are classifying audio asynchronously. Here we are classifying audio with the help of audio data. This is for stopping audio classification, this is for closing it, this is for the result listener, this is for error listener, and this is just a data class for getting the list of classification result as well as the inference time. And here this is just a companion object, and this is an interface which I have created, which we will be implementing soon. Now the important thing which you have to remember is this name should be the same whatever you have defined inside the assets folder. Next, go to main activity.kt, and here as you can see I am implementing this interface, and here I have added this internet permission thing as well. Next, here we are using this audio classifier helper as well as executor service. Now for picking the audio, so again this is the callback which we will get from turbo module. So if the user is picking the audio, then this thing is called. If the user is requesting for permission, then this thing is called for recording. Okay, so for picking the audio, this thing is called. So you will come over here, as soon as the user picks an audio, we get a URI which we send back to the React Native side. Now for recording the audio, we are requesting for permission, and also have created this helpful method to check whether the internet permission was granted or not. Again, I know internet permission is given by default, so here is for recording audio permission. So here again, and once we get the permission, we just initialize our audio classifier. Okay, again I have copy pasted it from the docs, and here we have to override this on error as well as on result method. And in case of error, I'm just displaying a toast message, but if we get a valid audio classification, here you can see I'm sending it back to the React Native side. And on pause, I'm just shutting down, as well as on destroy as well, I'm shutting down everything. Next, you will have to go to the rtn my audio file folder, create this, then create a package.json file. Again, I have copy pasted everything from docs, only this name changes, this changes, this changes. Next, create a podspec file, again copied it from docs, only this name changes. Then create a JS folder, inside that create a TypeScript file, again I have copy pasted it from docs. This takes a URL, and this name has been changed, so this URL will be the audio URL which you have picked from your file explorer. Then inside Android, create build.gradle file, again I have copy pasted it from docs, only this version has been updated. This I have added, rtn my audio has been added, a target HDK version is 34, and I have added Kotlin standard lib 1.9.0 MediaPipe dependency as well as constraint layout. I'll come back to why I have added constraint layout in a bit. Next, this audio classifier helper is the same class which we have added inside the main Android folder. I couldn't reuse it because otherwise it causes circular dependency. That's why I've just copy pasted it, because we will be requiring this class inside our my audio file as well. So yeah, just copy pasted for now. Only the package name will change at the top. Okay, next I have created this extension class. Again, I have copy pasted this from the documentation itself. So yeah, if you want, you can just copy paste it. Next, I have created this my audio package.kt. Again, I have copy pasted this from the turbo fabric module documentation, and only this name changes, and what else, this changes. Next, I have created my audio manager.kt. Again, I have copy pasted it from docs, only this name changes, this name, and here we are initializing our delegate. And once we get the URL, we are just running this run audio classification method which has been defined inside the myaudio.kt file. Now if you go to myaudio.kt, firstly it is a constraint layout, and it also implements the classifier listener as well as lifecycle event listener. Here I have created this circular progress bar, this is the linear progress bar, and this is the text view. and here I have created all the 3 executors as well as classifier helper for background thread, and this is for audio classification. I have also initialized our media player. Then I have added this lifecycle event listener, and here we are generating ID as well as assigning width and height to our constraint layout. Then I have defined a constraint set. Then here I have just defined assigned some ID to our classifier progress bar, added it to our constraint layout, added width and height. Then I have added some constraints like start of our progress bar to the start of our constraint layout, top to the top of constraint layout, and end to the end of constraint. Same thing has been done over here as well, only the constraint changes. Like here you can see I'm constraining the top of audio progress to the bottom of classifier progress, and same thing has been done for text view as well. Okay, only the top of text view is like constrained to the bottom of audio progress. Then I'm applying our constraint set, and on error I'm just stopping everything as well as displaying a toast message. And here we don't need to use on result because we will get it over here on run audio classification. So this is called as soon as we get the URI. So we are initializing our poll executor, making all these views visible, implementing this on a background thread. So audio classifier helper, initializing our media player as well as our result bundle, and from that we just try to classify our audio, and whatever result we get we just display it inside our text view. Now suppose you don't want to display this over here, you want this data to send back to React Native side. So you can't use event emitter like I have shown you in the turbo module docs, like we have written it inside main active. You can't use like that. So if you are curious, you can watch my camera X video where I was able to send data from a fabric module to our React Native side. So you can use something like this, but just for simplicity I've kept it like this, otherwise it would become extremely complex. And here we are just starting our media player as well as interval, setting the interval, and in case anything goes wrong we are displaying a toast message. And inside on host pause we are just stopping our media player and everything, like stopping everything. Next you will have to go to open your terminal, go to the root of your React Native project. Also one more thing, you will have to search for new arc enabled and make this as true. It should be present inside Android Gradle.properties. Now go back to your terminal, go to the root of your React Native project. First you will have to run this command, then you will have to run this command, then you will have to do cd ... It will move you outside your React Native project. Then you will have to run this command, but instead of rnapp replace it with your own project name. As you can see my project name is rnapp. Over here as well as over here, same thing for this command as well. Then you will have to cd to the Android folder and then run this command. So this will do code generation for Android. Now to use it you can import it something like this. Okay, and I have created two state, one for URI for audio and one for result, and inside use effect I'm listening for those, and I have created two touchable opacity button, and on click of it I'm calling pick audio as well as record audio. And here I'm just displaying our result inside text view, and for audio processing I have created this separate view. If the URI is not equal to null, then only I am displaying it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.